Good afternoon and welcome in, Dr. Mario fans, to the April semifinals Sunday of our monthly speed tournament. I am Mook the Librarian, and joining me today are going to be some of the best commentators and some of the best players in this game that you are going to get a chance to see. We have had a great weekend so far, a lot of good matches, and we are about to have our first of our semifinals. And I'm going to bring in Betty B Plays G's, who is going to be doing our commentary with me on our first match, Adelito v Packy. Hey, Betty, how you doing?
Hey, Ook, I am so excited to watch these champions battle it out. Every one of the people in our semis here have been in this position before. They've gotten to the semis, so all of them are wanting that last win. So I'm excited to see these matches.
Absolutely. I believe, yeah, can confirm 3 out of our 4 semifinalists have won this tournament in the past. And the one who hasn't has a 2-time runner-up and has been a runner-up already this year. So I got to think, maybe it's Savage's month, or maybe Packy Swong or Adelito is going to be padding their resumes a little bit. So yeah, Packy Adelito, this is going to be a match for the ages. We're looking at, what is it, five championships, 10, 11 runner-up finishes between the two of them. And Adelito, of course, fresh off of this week, coming in and breaking not just one, but both world records for Dr. Mario in the same run. Nobody's done that since 2016, being able to hit both at the same time. On Packy's side, I mean, he is our all-time win leader now with 62. He's a Hall of Famer for this game. I mean, you can't ask for better than this, Betty.
You definitely cannot, and it looks to be that our players are just like we see less and less of Packy's face when he's getting into it, and we see none of Adelito's face. So maybe that's the strats here. The less of your face we can see, the better you are. So future strats for all you people listening out there.
Absolutely. All right, we do have a ready from Packy, and unless I've missed it, we're just waiting on a ready from Adelito. Uh, it's He says the room is dark.
Oh,
Uh,
I found this humorous. Love it.
Absolutely. All right, so we do have a ready from both of our players. We're ready to get this thing knocked out. So here we go in 3, 2, 1. Hills.
Yes. I'll be ready next time.
It's all good. All right, I like both of these boards, but man, that board for Packy is just pretty. Look at all those doubles.
Yes, I looked at that and I was like, oh my gosh, my heart was skipped a beat there. So and Packy already goes amazingly fast with boards like this. So I'm excited to see what he does with it.
Check this out. Oh, that setup from Adelito, and then he's got a T,
The
an
underneath.
inverted T, and then a double. I mean, man, oh man, Packy had the beautiful board to begin with. It is starting to look very, very, very yellow, but Adelito not taking anything lying down with what he's got, keeping this one nice and close as we're early on in this level 10.
Yeah, Packy just had a massive waterfall that cleared like combo after combo. So it was really nice to see that. And he did get down to that yellow, but now he's um, getting to the other colors and having that color diversity. And now both of them within just a few viruses of getting out of here.
Yeah, Adelito, not going to call it a misfires
Oh,
at all, but has had to deal with some garbage. Uh, Man, I like what I'm seeing from him though. That's going to be a nice clear there.
oh,
And
the foresight of Packy, that was so good. I loved seeing what he did in order to be able to clear the yellows so he could get access to that blue, and he is out first.
yeah, that 129 is a good time, even if you're playing, level 6. So getting out of level 11 or level 10 at that time is pretty nice. But 138 from Adelito, he is not going to take that line down.
Yeah, and so Paki on his side, making some quick clears and an undertuck to clear and get some access to more red, which he definitely needed. So um, making some good work on his end.
Yeah, he's kind of limited in his access to blue at the moment. He is uncovering some of it, but it's only in bits and spurts throughout this entire board. That might end up becoming an issue for him.
With
Meanwhile, Adelito's
watching,
side, yeah, go
oh, go
ahead.
ahead. With
No, no.
watching Adelito, I was just noticing that he was making some micro adjustments, which you can see that sometimes when they might not necessarily know exactly where they wanted to go, and that's not typical of him from what I've seen in the past. So, um, wondering if that will clear up, or if it was just a pill that he didn't quite know how he wanted to work that. Um, he's continuing to go on. There's about a 5 virus difference, now 3. So he's bringing it back.
Yeah, but check out what pack he is setting up here.
Oh, wow.
Yep, that was just everything was ready to drop in exactly where it needed to go, and
I'm
he's
surprised
again
he didn't
keeping an
tuck
eye.
that blue in to drop that yellow into place, but it didn't cause him to slow down at all. But it's something I would have done.
Yeah, I was a little surprised myself as Pacquiao out of the 316. I think the difference is he was seeing what was in his next box and just said, "Oh, hey, there's a blue coming up, and I don't want to eat this kind of time." But a
Absolutely.
320 for Adelito. All right, so early boards, not too much to talk about. Adelito playing it dangerous, but getting the payout there. As Packy is fighting limited access to blue, he's playing a little bit dangerously himself, but is going to get bailed out. Right? Oh, did not undertuck that blue. I thought that blue yellow was headed underneath. But as it came out, he just avoided some drop time. Again, we talked about this yesterday. That's not really Packy's concern is the drop time, but he apparently was really trying to minimize it there.
I will say sometimes when you get so high, sometimes you just are expecting to make mistakes, and so sometimes just bringing that down a little bit, it definitely um, chills the nerves a little bit. At least I can speak for myself in that. So
Oh
maybe
yeah,
not the best
definitely.
plays, but
That's sometimes you make mistakes. That's my motto.
oh, I could have ended it there.
Yeah.
But yeah, both boards looking really good. Whereas Adelito does have some color diversity. He can't get to those reds easily, but he's trying to make that access. He just cleared it up a little bit to have access to that red. He's probably not going to take that blue just so he can drop or not drop that red out of the combo, but or out of the clear. He just did what I thought he would do. So very good, Adelito, for seeing that.
Yeah, on Packy's side, he is getting hit with a blitz, a bunch of yellow, not a blitz. He would like a blitz of yellow, actually, and in fact, did get 2 pills worth, and I guess it must have counted because he did get his double blue. But yeah, the lack of diversity on Packy's board is giving Adelito a touch of a lead. He is going to be able to clear out with this next pill out at a 528. So we've seen the lead change here, but level 13 is going to be a big deal. And if Packy can get, yeah, it's going to have to be done that way. I was going to say
Mhm.
if he could get a double yellow and have the space for it, it would have been perfect for him. But he's out at a 552, so he's going to find his way through. His Adelito sets off a monster combo that cascades all the way down his board.
Yeah, he was just preparing for that for when Packy got into the level and he's like, "Oh yeah, I haven't cleared anything yet, but now here's 8 viruses just off my board."
Yeah, Packy has everything set up really nicely. I like the top of his board. Well, I did up until he got rid of his access to yellow. Nothing really he could do about that. But this constant down press. This is the way Packy plays, and yeah, he's going to keep it close, especially with this T right here. And all these yellows or all these reds, I mean, are really going to be helpful for him.
This is just blazing time from Adelito's board. Every clear had been like a double and dropping no trash into next setup. So he is definitely showing why he does have the world record right now. So this is amazing play.
Yeah. Alito does look like he's got this one in hand, but it is still going to take a little bit of help from the doctor. You can see that red hanging up on top. He needed to clear this out underneath first. Now he's got access to all of his viruses and is going to be out at a 718. So GG's to Adelito, who takes game number one. Very, very tight match so far, and I'm excited to see what these two are going to give to us on game number two.
And of course, Packy should just finish this out, I think, because
Oh yeah,
yeah, it was right there and going to be out here at a 750, which is
I mean it's
nothing to
still a
sneeze
sub
at
eight.
either. Yeah, sub
It's
8.
still a sub eight. Average times for both of these players. Yeah, Packy's average is an 834. So 750 is only 20 seconds off of his all-time best pace for this level block. It took Adelito crushing those last two levels to beat Packy this time.
I'd like to give a shout out to Monthly Tetris who just came in with a raid. Thank you all for coming in. We are now participating or streaming our monthly Dr. Mario tournament. So if you're interested in speedrunning, definitely come check us out and join us on the Discord. If we can get a Discord link in chat, that would be awesome. But yeah, thanks
Woo-woo.
for the raid, guys.
Yeah, and that's 718 for Adelito, by the way, 4 seconds off his all-time best. So that Joker is going right up on the hot times board because Adelito has the number two hot time all time for this level block. So, I mean, you can't tell but from the way we talk about it, but that was incredible. So, all right, we've got a raise in the chat between these two. We're ready for game number two in this best of seven. No, best of five. I know how to count. Once it's past four, we don't care. And it's three, two, one, and kill.
Kills. Can we have 7 games of these people slugging it out? Come
Oh
on.
man.
That would be great. Oh,
Oh,
look
look
at
at this. Oh my
Packy.
goodness. Oh, a quad to open.
Now, when we look at Packy's board, we love it. But when we look at Adelito's, look how towered it is to those
Oh man.
first 4 columns. So we'll see how that how he handles that with limiting the drop time.
Yeah, I love the tuck plays that Adelito's making. I don't love the amount of time that it takes to make them.
Yeah,
That's one of those things that's a central part of my game. And honestly, when you're limited in color at the top, kind of all you can do is just keep looking down your board and seeing what's available. But it really sucks when you have to dig everything down, and it really cuts into your time.
absolutely. But we know even if he's from behind, he definitely can make things happen as he did last game. So this this little bit of uh, an unideal board could be no trouble for him later on.
Oh yeah, definitely. But he's gonna have to contend with what Packy is putting down. Pack has a lot of opportunities to put together huge combos. Looks like he's going to manufacture a double yellow right after or right before he gets one. But one more blue is going to make that happen, and we're about to see a T and then some. That was a heck of a play.
The way Adelita has been breaking down his board has been amazing to watch. He has everything has been in its place. We'll see if he chooses to de-sandwich this or just go for um, possibly individual clears.
He's setting up for the D sandwich.
Yeah.
And that's okay. Yeah, everything's going to work out now. One of the crucial problems with a D sandwich of this type is getting access once you've cleared it out. And he
Hmm.
did just that out of the 204. So about 15 seconds, I want to say, behind Packy. But this is that's more than something he is more than able to recover from.
Absolutely. And Packy's showing that he's probably wanting to set up for this cross clear, and he's going to be doing that.
He gets
And
everything that he needs for it too.
not just that, but he's also playing that one level below. So once that cross clear happens, that yellow is going to slide right into place for another clear for him. So wonderful play and foresight on Packy's side.
Yeah, he's keeping about an 8 virus difference or lead here, but that's not a ton, especially with this double red coming up for Adelito. He could have put that on either side of the combo, and it would have still done exactly what we just saw. That was fortuitous and also just beautiful setup from Adelito.
Hmm. Pecky is definitely, that down presser, and you can see there's very minimal moments where that pill is not moving, and so making some great plays here, some drop clears, and just down to his last 10 viruses as Adelito takes the lead with only 7 on his board.
Yeah, these guys are mowing these levels down. I like what we're seeing from Pack here. This is a good plan. In fact, everything this is going to keep
Oh
everything
wow.
ready to go, and that's something that Packy, when he talks about the game as Adelito out at a 346, that's something Packy talks about is being able to get your setups horizontally and vertically. So Pack now with a 9 second deficit to overcome. Again, we're practically in a dead heat here. It's going to be pretty close when we get to our end game.
Something that I kind of noticed as Adelito was getting out of his last level is just no pill half going to waste. It's something that I think he kind of prides himself on is like if I place it, if I have that intention, I'm gonna use it. And it's just amazing to watch some of the setups like, oh, well, he's gonna have to just clear that vertically. No, he doesn't. Like he ends up using things in such a way that it will end up being a combo later.
Yeah, I think it was Savage was talking about how she'd been in his stream where he was describing his play style, and he just basically says, anytime I see something that isn't exactly what I want, I look down the board and figure out where it can go, and then figure out a way to make that happen. Maybe that was Swong that said that instead. I don't know. That's something the two of them share. But yeah, this is definitely a hallmark of Adelito's play.
Yeah, so the song matches later. So if you want to see that, stay tuned with us. But yeah, these players just going back and forth with the lead. It's anybody's game here into this level 12 with one level remaining.
Yeah, and neither one of these boards is particularly happy right now. As Packy, it's reds. Adelito, it's also reds. They're sitting on top and going, "Hey, you do what you can. Do what you can with what we're giving you." And neither player is going to be particularly happy coming out of this level 12. They're probably both going to feel like they're the one behind the eight ball, and it remains to be seen which one of them is going to be right.
I did not even see this from Adelito, but he is our his cross clear and everything set up the way he needed it. He just needs this red blue so he can have another 3 combo here. Come on, Doc, give it to him if you oh not taking it because not getting the pills he needs. So that's one thing that you have to get used to in this game is not getting what you actually need.
Oh, definitely. I mean, it's always a surprise when you do get what you need.
Right.
All right. So Adelito out at a 620. Packy finally getting some reds. So he's going to be out at a 629. So dead even on their times of that last level. And 13 is going to call it. So this one is going to be, again, like we said, this is going to be down to the wire as Adelito takes his chances, gets some pretty good plays going out early. He's got some setups coming up that are going to be pretty spicy.
Yeah, I'm wondering if he intended that red trash that he has in column 2. I wonder if he intended to tuck that and maybe had a mistuck. It won't slow him down because he knows how to work with that trash into treasure, like we like to say. But I'm wondering if that was a rare misflip from Adelito.
Whatever it was, it has given Packy the virus lead here, ever so briefly. Although the pills are coming for Packy, and that may just end up being the difference here. It may just come down to RNG, and you hate to say that, but man, oh man, when two players are just laying them down the way these two are, look at this quad from Packy. Wow. When two players are just laying them down the way these two are, sometimes that's the only difference.
Mhm. Alito is not taking that sitting down. I know he listens to commentary, so he's like, "Oh, you want a show?" So we'll see if he brings us even closer as these last few viruses are being done.
Yeah, Packy needs a blue, and yeah, I was about to say he's probably just going to take that right here. It did eat up the play that he had, but he is still doing pretty well. The doctor giving him exactly what he needs. Oh my gosh, this one's going to come real close. He's got his yellow, so everything is now free and clear. And oh, Adelito with a misdrop. That is going to be dangerous. Who's going to come out of this first? Is it going to be Packy? Is it going to be
He
Adelito?
just needs one more yellow, and Pacquiao out of the
Oh,
836, Adelito out of the 833. That was close, ladies and gentlemen, on your screens, but it looks like the timer is giving it to Adelito.
yep.
Wow.
3 second difference. That was literally just the amount of time that Packy was ahead on his timer. Man,
They are
you don't
not
get.
turning off the gas. This is just nonstop, like amazing play from both players.
All right, so we are going to get a quick reset. We're going to be right back because we're trying to make sure that we get our play happening right in front of you. But man, oh man, these two are just killing it out here. All right, welcome back. Thank you so much to everybody for your patience. I'm Luke. This is Betty. Dave is the one making the magic in the booth. Hopefully, our audio levels are fine. If they are not, please let us know in the chat because I'm the one controlling them for a change. So we're back for game three of Packy versus Adelito. Adelito with a 2-0 lead so far. Betty, are you excited as I am?
I am absolutely excited. We had that brief break, but that did not bring me down at all. I am looking forward to this game three and looking forward to Packy putting some punches back to Adelito and getting this to decider lane.
Absolutely. And so now if, if things get a little wonky, well, you've got two different ISPs to complain to. So we have readies from both of our players, and I think we are ready to 3, 2, 1, perhaps. 3, 2, 1, and pills.
Bills.
Oh, Betty, is that what you were talking about, the jokes that were coming in our
Yeah,
chat?
I know, right?
I have not been in the chat, so I haven't had a
Premium.
chance to see it. All right, Adelito with a huge ability to set up some great combos to start. The only thing he would have liked more is to have that red and red yellow, yellow blue and the red blue swap places. But everything's working out for him as
Oh,
he starts off with a good lead. But oh, a misdrop.
yes. I think he wanted to shift that yellow blue over a little bit in order to bring that all down, but he's probably going to make the play just to bring it down anyway. So, and if you can see, that yellow will work out well in that column six once he clears those blue horse. Like you can just with Adelito, it's like a beautiful mind type thing. You can see what he's working for, and you can see the future almost.
Yeah, that's a great way of putting it there, Betty. So on Packy's side, he's working his way through it as well. He just doesn't have quite the opportunities that Adelito is getting on his board. But things are looking good for both of them. I think Adelito's going to have the lead coming out of the first level, but it is not going to be a huge one.
And all he needs are yellows. So, like, a red surge would just not be ideal. But the doctor said, okay, we'll give you it this time. And he's added a 128 into his level 11.
Excellent. So, Packy now needing a little bit of everything to get himself out as Adelito takes his time to just power through the top part of this level. He's setting up for a T, gets it. Nice.
And Packy
Oh,
definitely making a choice with how he set up that last pill to not make that red be something he couldn't access. And he's out at a 158. Um, he's seeing he's behind a little bit, but that's when Packy shines, is when he's kind of back to the wall a little bit. So let's see if he turns on that. I don't know what you call it, but let's see if
famed
he
second
turns it
gear,
on. Yeah,
beast mode,
yeah, beast mode. There you
the
go.
buzz
Thank you.
saw. It goes by many names. Most of us who have faced it just call it, ugh.
Right. I like that.
Yeah, so Adelito getting a little stymied with some of his setups, but so far so good as far as just keeping things moving along. The one thing you don't want to do in this situation is get caught clearing out garbage and realize that, oh, I haven't cleared a virus in a long time. That happens to me more than I like to talk about.
hmm Now with Adelita, I'm wondering why he didn't choose to have it, since he it was a drop clear anyway, have it just clear out those yellow or
It's
reds
fine.
down there. But yeah, doing great work on his end, just continuing to move this board along, and he is down to single digit viruses here.
And Packy not too far behind, sitting on 11, and he's got pretty everything pretty solidly set up. He's wanting, yep, to take that blue out. He's wanting to hit these reds horizontally, so that yellow in column 3 is going to be a priority for him. But doctor says not so fast. 335 for Adelito as Packy gets the exact pill that he needs. So now just two more yellows and any red, and it's exactly what he gets out at a 348. So he's made up quite a bit of time.
Absolutely, and he was just blazing down that those last few viruses on Packy's side, and now a quick double clear, and he is bringing this back into just two or three viruses different.
Yeah, visually takes the lead, and it looks like they are pretty close on time. So, any visual lead that we've got this round should be an actual lead. As yeah, these two are neck and neck right here. For at risk of using a cliche, but that is exactly what's going on.
Yeah, and on Adelita's side, he has a lot of setups that just need those pills that the doctor just gave him in order to unleash it. So. Um, Definitely making work on his end, having to waste a few pills there of setup, I believe. But again, when you see that many pills, because these players are just going so extremely fast with the down presses, when you're able to see more pills, you're able to do more things.
Yeah, definitely. And Packy is forced to abandon those double reds in columns 1 and 2. He wanted them as a horizontal and had it set up for quite a while. He was being very patient about it, but unfortunately, Doctor just not providing. I'm thinking, yeah, he's going to set this up so that he can get the reds and blues. So the next red blue he gets is going to be a massive clearance. Um, and there it's going to be.
Look
He's
at
going to get
this.
that triple done.
Oh my gosh, on
Oh, yeah.
Adelito's side, everything was where it needed to be. It just amazes me, the foresight. I don't know if that was planned. I tend to believe it is in his case, and it just everything fell right into place, and it was amazing on to get that blue horizontal to be out.
Excellent. Excellent play. As Packy out at practically the same time, these two are in a virtual dead heat. As again, like we said the last game, it may come down to who's got the better RNG.
hmm
Uh, that doesn't discount either player. That just tells you how fast they're playing and how how high of a level they have gotten themselves to.
And yeah, where Adelito has kind of a clumped board, Packy does now have a little bit of a chasm in the middle of his board. So we'll see if that impacts the drop time on his end, where you have said it before, he doesn't really worry about that, but it does impact time just a little bit.
Yeah, he's been pretty lucky. He hasn't gotten just a glut of pills that he can't use. But now that this right-hand side is completely cleared out, now it's a question of, well, what do you do with the left? He is going to get this horizontal, but that's going to knock out this horizontal red setup that he's got.
Hmm.
So, oh, I don't think he wanted to put that pill there. But the speed that the viruses are getting to now, or the pills are getting to, they're pills, not viruses. I know that is getting a little bit unwieldy. But this drop right here
Look at
is
this.
going to be amazing, and it's going to have him set up for a horizontal on the blues. But Adelito, one, two, done. Out at a 734, and that is going to be 3 games to none. Adelito with the win here in the first semifinal. He'll be going on to face the winner of our next match. GG's to both players, and
Yes.
again, GG's to our chat for sticking around.
But you could see, just you could see the foresight with what Packy was doing as well. It was amazing to see both of these players and how they just don't see the pill at hand. They see the board, and it is just amazing to watch. This is game goals right here. Game goals.
Absolutely. Yeah. And Sarge telling us in the chat, the 2 sub 8s and still wasn't able to win. I mean, that's true. That is some crazy, crazy play. All right, so that's 1 game down. We've got 2 more left to go. We are going to take a break, get set up for our next game. Thanks for sticking around. This is Dr. Mario Championship.
DrMC monthly April tournament here, and we are on to our next semifinal match here against Savage and Swang. So I am going to be bringing into the chat with me John Dat Flindo. Welcome in, Flindo.
Hey Betty, how you doing? It's great to be here with you.
Yeah, I'm absolutely looking forward to this match. What do you think of these two contestants?
Oh my gosh. What can you say about Savage Octoswong? It's just gonna be absolutely crazy. These are two very, very fantastic players. And this is their fourth time meeting. Swang is leading the series 2-1. But this has been the year of Savage tying up series. We saw it with Packy last month or the month before. We saw her tie up another series with Dars last night. And can she do it again and tie up the series with Swang? We shall see. It's going to be absolutely insane.
I am definitely looking forward to both these styles of play and to be able to call it with you, Flindo. So let's get to going. It looks like Savage on her end has some like black and white esque going on over there. Um, and Swang is all black behind him. So bringing the light up front here. We'll see how both of these players get to work on this 10 to 13 level bracket we have.
Yeah, I'm really loving Savage's camera. It's kind of like I Love Lucy, except it's I Love Savage.
We had Savage going noir, and so we have some memes going on with these with her choice of video.
Yeah. We have a ready from Savage and we have a ready from Swang. And we will get that countdown going shortly.
And we're wanting
We
Swan
can
to
get a
actually reset his timer and reset level bracket.
yeah.
He's getting to that.
I know
He's
I've
a
been
pro
guilty of
here.
I know I've
He
been
was
guilty
on
of that
chill. Did
saying
you
ready
see
before
that?
I'm actually ready.
Did you see that, Flindo? Swan
No.
was on chill. I'll have to give him a hard time about that later.
Oh,
But
he does switch back and forth. But we do have our countdown. 3, 2, 1, and
Hill!
hills.
All
All right,
right,
Savage gonna
Savage
be
has
out of the gate first. First impressions, she's got a lot of color diversity on her top line. Looking down her board a little bit, she does have quite a few horizontal opportunities. You've seen her using one of those right now with that double blue.
Absolutely, and keeping a very clean. Oh, these pills are exactly what she wants to get
Oh my
these reds
god.
out of the middle of her board. Beautiful RNG for Savage. And on Swamp's, a little less color diversity. As you see, a lot of his yellows are actually covered here, but he is setting up for a lot of horizontals to drop these exactly into the place he wants.
Yeah, Swang would have loved to have seen one of those double red surges that Savage got. Really, now he's really looking for a red blue would be the ideal pill for him to get. Um, and it looked like he might have gotten a red surge now, but it's just a mini one, and he's good to go. Still waiting on that red blue is Swang. We look over at Savage's board. Savage would love some yellow help dearly, dearly right now.
Hmm. And it I was wondering if she was going to clear the yellows across the board, but then that wouldn't have cleared any viruses for her. So she made the best play of just cutting off that and setting up for the blue yellow clear that you'll see here. And down to last 4 viruses. This is insane.
Yeah, and I like what she did there, clearing out the blues on the left as she's out at a 132 to the yellows to open up the blues underneath, seeing that she had a blue yellow coming up next that she could use for a single drop and get another combo out of it.
And on Swang's side, he definitely, I think, was trying to decide whether he wanted to tuck that yellow into column 6 or whether to tuck in a red. And he decided to go ahead and tuck in the yellow, but now he's having to clear this horizontal red in order to get access to that yellow clear.
Yeah, and this is something we've seen Swang do a lot is set up these giant monster combos. And, as somebody who does that myself, sometimes it can be really good for you if the pills fall where you want them to, but sometimes it can be very detrimental. And in that case, I think it might have hurt Swang a little bit as he never got the exact pill that he was waiting for.
Hmm. On Savage's side, though, she is keeping a very clean board, just bringing everything down. And as you can see, making it very level board here, which does really, it's a speedrunner's dream to just keep that flat top line to minimize the drop time, but also have access to as much as possible. So definitely doing good work on her end.
Yeah, absolutely. And over on Swang's side, we do see him setting up for a nice drop cross. Great play there by Swang. He waited and waited a little bit longer than I think he wanted to, but that patience did pay off in this instance, and he is down to 21 viruses. And making some great plays. Would love to see a little bit more yellow help from him, though, as we look over at Savage, just needing a
She
yellow
got
to
what she
drop this
needed. Here we
down
go.
and out at a 329.
Nice. Now, Savage posted in our Discord, if we could get a link to the Discord, but she posted in our Discord that she had some amazing practice runs before this tournament. So she is fired up and ready for this. And she is proving that she can do that PB and even maybe break that PB for her.
Oh, look at that undertuck L yeah that she just had. Great play, great utilization of that double red by Savage Octagon. As we look over at Swang's side, just needing 2 more reds. Um, Doctor saying, "Hey, yellow and blue is what you need." I'm a little bit colorblind, but he finally gets the reds out at a 357, about roughly 30 seconds behind Savage Octagon though for Swang.
Yeah, and she has not wasted any time on her end. This drop clear that she had, maybe not what she intended, but because it's going to cause that little bit of trash in her column 5. But again, if she's so far ahead, which she is at this point, um, she can clear that trash up and still be making good work of this.
Yeah, and speaking of trash, she has really nowhere to put blues. She does utilize that double blue to clear out the garbage that she had already been building, and now has access to 1 blue virus. But it's gonna be interesting to see how she plays through this as we look over at Swang's side. Swang is in a bit of a pickle here, it looks like, trying to figure out how to clear out these monster combos that he's got set up the best way that he can. I'm really interested to see what he's going to do with that double blue, and he does exactly what I figured he was going to do with it.
Absolutely. Yeah, I've been drawing to Swong side, seeing that he has no access to blue now on his end, so having to do some digging before any of those blue pills are going to be useful. But he's getting not blue, so the doc is actually being kind on his end, giving him those yellow and reds.
Yeah, and red is really the main thing Swong wants to see right now, and he's gotten a little bit of it, just not near what he needs. I wonder if he may go for the D sandwich there in column 1, as Savage Octagon just needing one more red, gonna get it out at about a 559.
Keep going,
Savage.
Savage.
You have one more level.
Savage,
one more level. Keep going. 10 to 13, girl.
Ah!
There you go. She's
Oh,
like, I
no.
can't believe I just did that. And possibly a shucky darn there.
That's okay. You're still in the lead. You got this.
You got it.
It's just consider it top out strats. You go, girl. But so yeah, we're gonna continue on. Swang is still not out of his 12. He needs to clear up this and has that double red now, and so he is at a 627 into his level 13.
Yeah, Savage is clearly not happy with that huge mistake. I really hope that it's not going to cost her. We'll see what happens. She does have a really great board here. And I'm sorry, I can't keep my composure. I just feel so bad for her.
Yeah.
But she's doing so good with what she's been given. And she does still have a slight lead over Swang.
But I will say her timer, now looking at the timers, there is about a 15-second difference between her and Swang. So Swang has definitely brought this within striking distance in order to make this a game.
Yeah, I do still love this in-game board for Savage. She's got all kinds of horizontal opportunities that she can pull off here. God, it's gonna come down to the finish. Really loving this red blue for her. Drops it down, gets the horizontal drop combo. Gonna get another horizontal here with this double red. She's looking for some blue now. One blue will get her another horizontal and then set up.
Look at the setup. Get a fat log. Fat log, please. Oh, okay, that's fine. That's fine. You do your thing, girl. Go.
Yeah, no, I agree with the non-fat log there. Added an 807. Swang has 10 seconds to finish this off. And it is not going to be enough. And Savage does clinch game 1 of this best of 5.
As you could see, was well deserved. She could have gotten a sub 8, as we all saw there. Still took the game with the hugest pause buffer, you want to call it. So good job to Savage for taking that and just shake off this, whatever we want to call it, and do that same thing in round 2.
Yeah.
But Swang not far behind with an 826, so this is going to be amazing match. They just wanted to keep it close for us, keep the suspension. I knew
Absolutely.
it.
I think that was about 20 seconds there that Savage lost after that level 12, but great job by Savage to just regain her composure. And I know I would have been completely tilted in that situation. So great job to both players. And we will move on to game 2.
Yeah, and they are taking a well-needed kind of walk away, gain composure here. So we're seeing it. Swan coming back with something that he's reading, some mail, it looks like.
Yeah, it must have checked the mail.
Turn from Dr. Mario to everyday lives behind the Dr. Mario streams.
That was great.
Let's see if she sees it.
Finally accepts.
Did she see it?
I don't know if she's seen it yet.
There we go.
You know, that's one thing about Swang. He's a great player, but he's, just a great guy in general. And I think that was the perfect place to pull that out. Just kind of
Yes.
lighten the mood and God, what a match this is going to be.
Yeah, one thing we always seem to say, and people, tend to not want to believe us, is how amazing this community is. I mean, with the technical difficulties, Ook stepping in to restream, all of the people in chat throwing in jokes to keep people here and keep people interested. Just every single one of us wants to see the best of this game and this community and us playing. And so it's just, if you are not part of this community and you care about this game at all, definitely this is the place to be. Join our Discord, join our tournaments, just talk with our people. You will not be disappointed, for real.
Absolutely. And come to a live event. We've got one more in Sedona and then our big one in November. So come check us out.
But we
And we
just
have our
got
three,
readies
two,
for
one
both
pills.
players. Yeah, 3, 2, 1 pills. Let's go.
Both players playing on chill high this time.
Oh, geez. I don't know if that's the right play, but we'll see how it goes. For everybody who might be wondering why that's such a big deal, there is a somewhat of a rivalry between the two songs on the NES version of this game. So um, you'll hear people refer to, oh yeah, Team Chill all the way. So
And both boards right now have a heck of a lot of red on the top line. Swang is trying to set up some really big hero combo. He's finally going to get the red yellow he needs. Does leave himself with a little bit of garbage, but it's nothing he can't handle. We've seen Swang do this all the time.
hmm and actually that drop clear setting up to just clear all the trash out and making it to where he can clear another two viruses. So doing really good work on Savage's side. She is making similar setups to where she's trying to get under clears, access to yellow, which is not immediate for her at this time. So uh, doing some good work on her end.
Yeah, Swang would really love a couple double yellows right now. Looking at that horizontal opportunity there in column 4, or excuse me, row 4. And there it is, commentator's blessing with a
Thanks, Lindo.
with a lightning bolt. Swang, that's the second time I've done that for you. You owe me a Coke or something.
That Chili's date, right?
Yeah, we still haven't met for Chili's. Waiting for
Yeah.
that. As
Oh,
we see
wonderful.
Savage Octagon
Yeah,
just needing a whole lot of red.
absolutely. And just that one lone yellow that is being covered by the red. So, oh, it looks like she's going to go for a D sandwich with those possibly, or maybe just top down. Okay. Deciding to just top down that, which is great because she had used all the pill halves anyway for those reds. So that's one of the
Yeah.
reasons why you would D sandwich is to not use as many pill halves towards clearing, but she had already used 2 for both of the reds. So, um, yeah, just needing a few more reds to get out of this round at a 234.
Yeah, and clearly frustrated with that time, and I don't blame her. But she's only got a 13 virus deficit. As it appears on the stream, it is a little bit different because of the difference in those timers. We have about a 10-second differential between our players. Swang was set up for that really nice fat log. He's going to use that blue yellow. Sees that he has another blue yellow right after it to go ahead and get the fat log. Does leave him with a bit of garbage though.
hmm And on Savage's side, she is breaking down this level really quickly. She is trying to bring this back from the 10 that didn't give her what she was needing. And you can see that she might be taking these blues horizontally to drop that red, but instead opts to just clear those and continue on working with the blues.
Yeah, any blue right now is going to be it's going to be so great for Savage. She's got all this blue just powering on her top line. She's got a pretty good spire there in her column 4. A blue yellow would be absolutely phenomenal for her to break that down as we go over to Swang, who is setting up just drop combo after drop combo and really making some really nice work of this level 11 down to 6 viruses. He trying to figure out how he's going to handle this yellow here in column 5, though. He's signaling that he's going to clear that out horizontally. And yeah, just going to need one more yellow. He decides to take the reds first, which it didn't even occur to me, but he's out at a 411 and onto his penultimate level in this block.
Yeah, and Savage has been, it appears, struggling with figuring out where to put some of these pills because they're not like it, all of them would cause a little bit of trash. And but she did amazing here. It's going to be set up for this red and then taking the yellow horizontally. So then needing to clear these reds in column 5 to get that blue horizontal. But that column 8 is what I am worried about for her. How is she going to dig under? This is how she does it. Still has a little bit of red blocking her way here, but other than that, she is going to be free and clear now, getting the pill that she just got.
Yeah, and it was gonna be a top down situation for her. She's clearly not happy with it. Just needing one more yellow. 523 out for Savage, though Swang already with 20 viruses remaining in this level 12. It's a 32 virus differential between our players right now, as Swang is just on a roll and he's not going to slow down.
Yeah, absolutely not. As he shouldn't. Like he's been playing some masterful combos here, and like we were talking about with Savage last game, he's keeping that level playing field to where he has access to everything he needs. And now just waiting for a few pills, maybe to go for a fat log situation. But he's definitely going to be wanting to take the viruses in column 7 um, before anything. So yes, here we go for a nice fat log. We love to see it. And then with the red, out of the 607.
607, almost a log out too for Swang if those pills had come the opposite way. We know Swang loves a good log out.
We all do, don't we?
Oh, absolutely.
All right, on Savage's side, trying to break down this board as quickly as possible because I believe she saw that she was behind in between matches. But just yeah, making some good plays, trying to clear as much as possible with each pill that comes down.
Yeah. Oh, look at this cross from Swang.
Oh, beautiful. And you can definitely tell Swang's versus play coming out, even when he does speed running. He's always looking for those advantageous clears of getting more than just one virus. So
Mhm.
that's a shout out to our Virus Buster League and versus play that we do. It definitely does make you see this game in a whole new light if you are just trying to do speed running. Consider trying versus.
Yeah, absolutely. And I've been in the camp for a while of I don't want to play versus if I have a speed match going on. And it's interesting, and I know Ook mentioned this yesterday or it was the day before on Friday night. Ook mentioned that sometimes it seems like the versus is detrimental, but it's actually quite the opposite. Now, it can be tough to switch between the two, so you got to be careful about that. But it's really interesting how much the two versions really do kind of overlap with each other.
Look at this setup from Swang. He has all these items into place where all he needs is just that those reds horizontally, and it looks like he's going to take the first red horizontally first,
Yeah.
and maybe the blue, but then everything else will just be into place once he clears this with red. And on Savage's side, no access to red anymore. This has been swung it out at 819, but this has been um, a pretty hard fought battle for her. She is still making some great plays with the pills that are given, but yeah, just what was needed was not coming.
Yeah, it was just a very unfortunate level block for her in general. And the thing she's got to do now is just shake it off and see what she can do in the next game.
Yeah, as we saw in chat, big whoop, best of three now. So definitely, this is a normal situation to be put in. These people are amazing players on both sides, so it's going to be people will take the game, one game, and then win the next. So I'm looking forward to this game three.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And I just want to mention we were talking about how great the community is. Just looking at our chat, seeing everybody cheer on Savage as she is, obviously frustrated, and just great community all around. I love being a part of this.
Yeah, I think I've mentioned multiple times that there's no better people out there than the Dr. Mario chat. You guys have definitely brought some light to my life. I'm speaking for myself. So um, you guys are friends, tried and true, and I look forward to anybody who I haven't met in the community being a friend with you as well. So looking forward to seeing you out there. But yes, we have our readies from both players, and we have three, two, one, and pills.
Kills. As Savage out of the gate first. Really diverse top line, very flat top line. That row is completely flat, which is one thing you really love to see. It's gonna help her to decrease that drop time. I like that horizontal clear that she just made.
Mhm.
Looking at Swong's board, his is much less flat, but oh, what a fortunate double yellow right when he needed it most.
Yeah, there was a game setup for Savage's side that I kind of wish she would have turned the blues and got them horizontally, because I tend to think that that would open up the board a little bit more. But she is still making quick work of these. There we go, a nice horizontal to put me in my place. Thank you, Savage. And so yeah, we are definitely neck and neck here with Savage just at 18, but also having the timer lead from Swang of about 14 seconds.
Yeah, 14 seconds this time. 13 viruses for Savage Octagon, 19 now 18 viruses for Swong. Swong in a bit of a pickle, though, it looks like, here in the center of his board. He is set up to take out this yellow horizontally. And if I were
Wow.
Swong, I'd be looking at those blues and be saying, come on, game, give me what I need, because that was just screaming horizontal. He does take the one on the right. He's going to want to clear out this yellow first, though, and he is able to do so.
And Savage just down to needing one more red pill to get out of this level 10.
Oh, come on, game. There it is.
Yeah, there we go. Out at
146 for
147.
Savage.
Yeah.
And Swong just needing 2 more yellows. There's one.
And then a double
There's
for
the other
extra
one.
measure, right?
So about 3-second differential here between our players getting out of level 10. And that very super flat starting board that Savage had, Swong now has in his starting of 11.
Yeah, but you can see Swang building for these cross clears that he is so well known for. Look at that massive combo. I don't even know how many viruses just exploded from Swang's screen there, but they're now scared.
It was close to game breaking, I think. That was several viruses.
And by Flindo saying game breaking, for all of you who are out there saying, what, you can break this game? You literally can hard lock this game by getting too massive of a combo. So you definitely want to watch out when you play that type of game.
Yeah, I know somebody in the booth with me has done that in tournament play before.
I don't know who you're talking about, but it's just me in this booth. Flindo. Oh, yeah, if you guys know me, I love that, combo level play, so, as does Swang, which is why I always love getting I get a kick out of watching him play. Both players within, a few viruses, it looks like Swang definitely has, caught up with Savage, and with that little bit of time, difference that he has taken over the lead, by a few viruses.
Yeah, absolutely, Swung. Just needing one more pellet. I was fixing to say a blue red would be perfect for him, and it pops up. Uh, He's just needing that final red, gets it out at a 337. Savage not too far behind though. She has 4 viruses left. The problem Savage is having right now though is it's all there in column 3, which is quite spired. This red blue is going to be really great for her. She is going to have to suffer a little bit of drop time, but just waiting for this last blue, gets it out at a 412.
While she just got out, Swang has been making work of this level 12. He did have to clear out a little bit of what he was planning for as a combo, so maybe having to waste a few pills there. But with a little bit of a lead that he has that luxury to do so.
Yeah, absolutely. A about a 7 virus lead plus 14 seconds for Swang at the moment. It looked like this board may have slowed him up a little bit, but he is just off to the races
Look
now.
at this.
Oh my
Beautiful.
gosh. Savage, though, has also had a really nice level 12. Would love to see a bit more blue help for her. This double blue pill is really nice. Puts it there in column 1, just as I hoped she would. Um, Making some really great plays. Really trying to get back into this match and go one game up on Swang. But Swang is just cruising through now that he's gotten through that little bit of a barrier.
Hmm. And I'm just watching Savage get the pills that she wants, making minimal drop time plays to try and bring this back, but is still trailing Swang by. I've been trying to keep track of their timer, about 10 viruses, I believe.
It was really interested to see what Savage was going to do with that double yellow. She does decide to get a quick clear with it, which I think is the right play. Um, she's getting some great in-game RNG
Hmm.
here. This red yellow, exactly what the doctor ordered. Just gonna need a couple more reds. She elects to avoid
Oh,
the drop time, but look at that, a double yellow and then a double red, yellow red, excuse me, to get out at a 620, but swung out at about a 605, I think. So about 15 seconds between our players here.
absolutely. And again, Swang just making a wonderful tuck in order to see this clear that he had brewing, and definitely has a no trash on his board to speak of.
Yeah, and Savage with no trash as well, at least until that double blue popped up. That's just one of those things. I liked where she put it because putting it there in column 2, it gave her a yellow on the left and a red on the right. So basically, giving herself a chance to use any and every pill that would have come up that had blue on it.
Yeah, and the doctor was giving her some yellow there at first, with no yellow to speak of on her board. And again, having access to yellow, but having to tuck for it. Savage has another, very color heavy board of being red. Like all she needs is red. Give her some red.
Yeah, this RNG is just not fair for Savage. Ugh, you hate to see it. But meanwhile, Swang, again, just cruising. He is pretty much in the driver's seat in this level. This is the final level of our game 3 of this best of 5 match. Now basically a best of 3, as Swang would love to have some yellow help.
I'm wondering about some of his plays for those blues. I guess he just didn't want to take the drop time of those, seeing that he was probably in the lead a little bit. And just needing a few more yellows, probably going to set up a horizontal for this yellow over here, and that's the pill. That's what the pills order. So out at an 805, Savage trying to finish out with this level. Hopefully getting a yellow and then a double yellow for setting up for not gonna
She's
finish.
just gonna
Yeah,
reset it.
that's okay. Sometimes you just need a I'm
Mhm.
done. I'm done with this awful RNG. I'm done with this awful game. Okay, time for the next time.
Yeah, I've been there.
We always do that, right?
I know we've all been there at one point or another.
Except Sarah. We hate the game until we love we hate it and then we love it. Except for Sarah, who always loves it.
Sarah loves this game.
Shout out to Sarah Sparktacular
Yeah.
in chat. So
We miss you, Sarah. We hope you're able to be in the tournament again soon.
yeah, absolutely. All right, we're getting players shaken off. Oh, it looks like we might have lost Swang. So he said ready, but we don't believe him yet.
Yeah, I think we're just making some quick adjustments to Swang's capture. And we do have readies from both players. So once we get that adjusted, we will get that countdown and we will go into this game 4. Savage Octagon looking to force a decider against Swang. I think Savage is seeing herself double on the screen, wondering what's going on.
Which isn't it a wonderful world if you can see double of Savage Octagon? That's all I want to say right there.
Eddie thinks to herself, what a wonderful world.
Yeah, mirror matches. That's what we end
Yeah.
up doing here, right?
Right. All right. We have Swung back.
Okay,
And
we
we
have
have a
Swang
ready
ready.
again from Swang.
And Savage has said ready as well. So we are waiting for our countdown.
And we have a streamer who's ready. So
Yeah,
let's go.
great. Fantastic. Ready all around.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
One.
Pills.
Is
So
it
I'm going
just
to be
me
out of
that
the
every
gate
time
first.
that happens, I just swing my arms out and say pills? I get so excited.
I've done it too. So
Okay. I'm loving this board for Swang. He is definitely setting up for his patented. Well, I don't know if they're patented, probably not. But his as he likes to do, and on Savage's side has a little bit of a chasm in the middle of her board, but not letting that affect her speed.
yeah. Oh my gosh. And this double blue is going to be so great for, followed by a blue yellow to drop down into that column 3 and a double yellow. Wow. Savage just getting all the right pills right now. Would love to see her get to be able to work on these edges just a little bit more and clear out that chasm a little bit. But she's doing a great job with what she's been dealt. Meanwhile, on Swang's side, down to just 13 viruses. Savage also at 13. Swang setting up for a couple horizontals here. I think he's probably waiting on a yellow-red. And Swang has that patience, and he will wait for it as long as he can. Oh, he gets 2 doubles reds in a row. Goes ahead and clears out the bottom one, and then clears out the top one. Great play by Swang.
Yeah, that's definitely some foresight that you see. He doesn't want to break any of the clear possibilities that he has set up for him. That is some advanced level play that you come to expect from both of these players. And Swang just needing this final pill with a little bit of additional drop time he probably wasn't expecting, out at a 137, I think.
Yeah, it was about a 138. And Savage just waiting on the reds. And I'm going to say it again. Come on, game. There's one of them. and gets the other one out at a 151, about 13 seconds behind Swang as we get into this second level of our game.
Yeah, and Swang had a little bit of I think misplay according to his face, but he cleared it up very quickly with the horizontal red that he had. So now he's just getting a wonderful red surge for him at this moment, clearing out all the reds, and it's stopping at the exact right time. So getting some fortuitous pills from the doctor on his end.
Yeah, and so is Savage. She just had a really nice horizontal play, and it left her with minimal garbage, which looks like garbage, but if you look down her board, that she has got some really nice setups. Once she's able to get this red in column 4 cleared out, that blue piece of garbage is going to turn into
Oh, I want
gold.
to see it. I want to see it. But on Swang's side, again, just you could see the advanced level that he's playing with. He's just waiting. He has the patience of, somebody with patience, which is not me. So
The patience of
uh,
somebody with patience. I love that.
it makes sense in my brain, which that's a scary place to be. Let's leave it at that. So um but yes, he is making those plays and definitely just needing this red to get out of here. Gets another little blue end on
Mhm.
that level 8, and gosh, let's go on to level 12.
Out at a 322 was Swang. I keep wanting to say Swang Octagon, and that's just not right. But I mean, I did say Savage Octoswang earlier, so that's probably why. But as she is fixing
Oh, look
to
at this
get,
T sandwich.
oh,
Love it.
nice Savage out at a 347, 348. It's not too detrimental for her. She can bring this back. Um, against a player like Swang, it's tough. But we've seen what Savage can do. She's absolutely capable.
And I will say that in the past few games against these two, Swang had the timer on his side, whereas now Savage does have about a 3 second, 2 or 3 second timer buffer on her end. So we'll see if that gives her a little bit of an edge at the end. That said, Swang is taking the lead here by about 20 viruses.
Yeah, Swang really wants this fat log here in his columns 5 through 8. And oh, look, he's going to get it.
That's another one in your books, commentator blessing, right?
I know, right? Savage is not going to let me commentate for Swang when she plays him anymore because most of the things I've said for Swang have come true. And,
Hmm.
it's all in good fun, obviously, but you gotta wonder, it's like, am I turning into Swang's good luck charm?
Right. Well, we all have good luck charms here, and right now it's working for Swang. So, um, yeah, he is down to just needing a few more red to get out of this level at a blazing time. On Savage's end, still working with a few more viruses. But I kind of like this play for what she did. But maybe she's not going to take that red down at the bottom horizontally because she could clear another one in between on column 5. So we'll see what she ends up playing that as. But
Yeah.
she might want to at this point to clear the yellow. Oh, nope. I
Yeah,
spoke
no,
too soon. Here she
she
goes.
had
So
she had the yellow vertically, and look at that double red to get it
perfect.
horizontally out at about a 549 is Savage Octagon. 14 viruses, now 18 behind Swang, but a really nice starting board for her. Is very diverse. I'm a little concerned with all the yellow that I'm seeing clustered in columns 1 through about 4. But we'll see what she's able to put together here as Swang down to 29 viruses. A little surprised that he didn't lay that double
Right.
yellow horizontally. But look at this L from Swang with that red blue.
Yeah, and a quick adjustment, seeing that a play that he would have done would
Oh,
have
what
cleared
a
some
clear from
things.
Savage.
Oh, I missed it.
It was like a L and a T all together. It was fantastic.
We get all our letters going on over here. Oh, I love that. I love that clear, bringing down that blue into the horizontal for her. I'm not sure if she wanted her yellow there. Um, oh, opting to take the blue vertically instead of horizontally, which I'm not sure I necessarily agree with, but it does lead to her being able to clear these reds and maybe drop down that blue in column 6. Oh, it appears that Swang has taken. We look away, and Swang has taken his third game, and will be moving on to our finals.
Yes, he will face Adelito, which I believe is a rematch for this year. I'd have to look. But wow, what a match that these two players put on. Great fought battle by both of them. We're gonna go ahead and let Savage finish this off here. And yes, Swang faced Adelito last month and lost 2 games to 3. So I know Swang's excited for this rematch.
And again, just Savage being getting a little bit of RNG not going in her favor is the difference of this game. But yes, definitely great work to both players. Out at a 8:15 for Savage.
Wow. And chat pointing out, Swang just set the hot time for 10-13.
Wow. You cannot mess with PB strats. Like anything you do, you cannot mess with that. We talk about that all the time, that when somebody's hot, no matter what you do, it's game to them.
Yeah, PB strats are best strats indeed. But with that, we are going to take a quick break and get set up for our final match. The number 1 seed Adelito versus the number 3 seed Swang. Stay tuned. You are watching the Dr. Mario Championship.
Back, Dr. Mario fans, to the finals now of our April monthly speed tournament. I'm Luke the Librarian, but I am going to be passing it on to a couple of folks you might recognize from some excellent play today. We've got a great match coming up here, and I'm going to pass it on to Savage Octagon and Packy619. Guys, take it away.
Hey, Packy, how's it going?
Hey, Savage. It's honestly, it's going all right. I mean, I took pretty much the best swing I had at Adelito, and it wasn't enough, but I'm not bothered too much by it. How are you feeling after that semifinal?
Okay. So I had my flex moment, but Swang hitting the best time ever, that just proves it was fate. This finals was meant to happen. But just thought I'd entertain some people along the way. So these players, I mean, what can you say? You said you took your best swing against Adelito. He is the world champion. He seems unbeatable, but I think if anyone can do it, it's this guy over here on the right.
Well, Swang and Adelito really have left no doubt that they are the two best players in this bracket at this moment in time.
Mm-hmm.
Swang setting the number 1 record time, and Adelito turning in a pair of sub 730s in the semifinals. This is Adelito's third consecutive final, and this is Swang's second final of the year in as many attempts.
Mm-hmm.
Naturally, they played each other.
It makes a lot of sense. This is the match that we wanted to see, honestly. I think this is very exciting. And we're just going to be waiting for some readies. Now, Swang's saying, Swang, don't wish any drama on this bracket. I know you're listening. None of this triple overtime. Nobody double. You know what you did.
He just wants to play level 20.
He does. He does want to play level 20. And who would blame him? So we got a ready from Adelito, a ready from Swang, and we are ready to go.
So the previous final between these two went a full 5 games. If I recall correctly, it was a reverse sweep for Adelito.
Oh, goodness. And as we have our 3, 2, 1 pills, I couldn't take that kind of drama. So these players are playing on levels 14 through 17. These represent the highest possible starting layers that the boards can be, so we can really see the maneuvering skills. But Adelito's run out of places to put yellow.
Yeah, Adelito doesn't have any place to put yellow, and Swang is, he was just waiting for that. He was waiting specifically for a blue-yellow, but decided ultimately not to wait for it, which is honestly a good strategy sometimes because everybody knows what this RNG can do to you.
Exactly. And he was dealing with a lot of this red-blue situation that Adelito, we thought he cleared it up, but he ended up right back in a red-blue hole. So that's pretty crazy, honestly. So looks like he's got a good setup with these blues in the center of the board if he can manage to drop the red, which of course now he's not getting.
Yeah, he was probably waiting for a red-blue to get that drop T, and it didn't quite work out that way, but still he has the opportunity to clear out this blue horizontal, and that's exactly what he's going to do, and just clean everything up all over again.
Now Swang has the opportunity for a T in the center of the board. It is really close between these two. Just a tiny second difference on the timer and just about equal. But as I say that, Adelito opening up about a 6 virus lead. And that goes to show you, if you see a lot of pill halves on the board, someone's got a plan and a lot of viruses are going to come off really quickly.
Yeah, Adelito's lead is 4 viruses right now, but he's also got a good amount of fragments on his board, and Swang has been just trying to build his plans back up. Looks like he's going to play the long game with that blue virus in column 4, looking for this horizontal to drop the yellow down onto the yellow virus. And now it looks like he's going to plan for another horizontal with the blue one in column 6.
And in the meantime, Adelito drops a giant combo to take most of the viruses off the board. He's out in 205. Meanwhile, Swang's still working on that big combo, gets it, although I know Swang, he'd love to take those blues off horizontally and had to clear a bunch of garbage and able to do it.
I liked that pill sequence for Swang. I know he needs blues right now, but now he needs a blue and a not red, and that's exactly what he just got, so he could take care of that horizontal mess on the bottom of his board. And now he's just a blue fragment away from getting out of 14 at a 232.
Adelito already into his level 15, about 13, 14 viruses ahead. He was setting up some cautious moves there at the top, just wasn't getting quite the pills that he wanted. And notice that you see he cleared off a combo that was completely garbage, which we don't often see from him, but he didn't know what to do with those red yellows. There wasn't an obvious plan, even layers down. And so, of course, now he has a lot of red yellows on the top of this board. But a lot of good possible vertical clears, Packy.
Yeah, looking at Adelito's board, his board is just so easy to manage. Quick cross clear. There's just no real thing to worry about on this board. You can see there's a big cluster of blue just waiting for him, but he still has access to other viruses and and nothing's really stopping him from clearing more.
Swang's getting his board going too, although now he's at a 17 virus deficit. Notice there's a lot of red. He takes out a really nice combo, vertical into horizontal there, but does still have a ton of red on the center of this board.
Yeah, Adelito has a sizable lead at this point. 16 viruses. He's pretty spired on the right hand side of his board.
And
that's going to take care of it immediately.
yeah. Swang working on the horizontal. He had a horizontal yellow up there, and he's building another horizontal to take out this blue. It's an excellent move to try to open up column 1 and get those 2 reds open between each other. So now he decides not to go for tucking in between, which makes some sense. Thought he was going to do that. He'd love a blue right now to take out that horizontal there and drop the red. Not quite sure where these plans are going for Swang.
Well, it looks like he needed that
now
to
he
clear
did
out
it.
the garbage. Right now, I'm looking at how Adelito's just blazing through the 16 right now, and I'm getting a little deja vu right now because I distinctly remember him getting a low 8 on this level block, which is absolutely insane. And I think that was last month too.
I think it might have been the month before that, but honestly, it could have been any month because Adelito is just so fantastic. But yeah, look at this. These are the kinds of times we were seeing from the semis and from round 2 from players. So like this is outstanding. Look at this long combo there from Adelito down the board, clearing out so much. Now, of course, he needs a lot of yellow, but look at that column 7 and 8. It's placed really, really nicely, and he can just tuck in between.
This is a very manageable board, and he's just got drop T set up. He doesn't really have a whole lot of use for reds right now. There's only 3 red viruses remaining on the board, but he is tearing through this. Swang not doing bad either. He got a little slowed down on level 14, but he's making good use with what he's got.
Yeah, and there's a lot of double opportunities here on this board. There's a big patch of red that if he gets just the right red going, and that's it. Yes, taking out that horizontal, drops the blue garbage down on top. And yeah, look at everything. It's pretty much set up in a 2 or 3 very neatly right now. But wow, Adelito with 8 viruses left to go already. Needs a bunch of blue to keep this board moving.
Yeah, Swang right now is now dealing with a lack of access to blue viruses, and now he's starting to get blue pilled to death.
Yeah, and wow, check out Swang. Needs
here we
so
go.
much yellow. Oh,
very nice drop combo.
Okay. All right. There you go, Swang. We see you. And Adelito out at a 657.
Swang in the blink of an eye has really chopped down the deficit. It's still at about 10 viruses or so, but it was almost 30 earlier, so this is great work.
Yeah, exactly. Now let's take a look here at Adelito's board, looking to make, wow, he got that double blue at just the perfect time. Gives him that horizontal to start off that board. Now I'm a little worried about this red there, but yes, he clears it out, taking advantage of the fact that that other pill half will disappear out of the bottle and he won't have to worry about it.
And that's going to be a perfect little L clear, followed by another immediate L clear to clear out all the garbage and a few more viruses. You really needed that to break through that top layer.
Yeah, and Swang out after suffering through a bunch of really bad RNG, just not getting what he needed. And he is into his level 17. He's cleared off that top row, so he's not going to need to do any tucks or lots of tapping to get far over to the left or right. Everything's pretty even now.
Seeing a lot of blue and yellow on the top of Swang's board right here.
Yeah.
He did manage to get access to a couple of red viruses. Looks like he's going to go for the T clear on the... okay, he still got it because he got a double yellow coming out. And then the drop horizontal, very nice.
Interesting move from Adelito there. It looked like to a mere mortal that column 5-6 drop would have been garbage, but he used it into a horizontal, but needs a ton of red to get this going. I'd love to see a double red for him for the shape that's forming in the center of his board. But in the meantime, he's just dropping a lot of combos. But Swang bringing this much closer than where it started. About 13 viruses. There was a moment where it was about 10. And yeah, that's what we really want to see.
It's down to single digits now. This is not over. If Swang could just get some blue help, and now he's getting it. Let's see how he decides to attack the spires on the left and right hand sides of his board. It's the right hand side that's most concerning to me because right now it's 3 columns wide and there's a big cluster of red that he has to worry about on the top layer right now.
Yeah, I definitely agree. That's the tricky spot for Swang's board, but
he has the lead now.
He has the lead, and there is so much red on Adelito's board right now. If Adelito doesn't get the right RNG, then it's kind of, it's kind of a moot point. So there is a ton of garbage down on the center of that board. Adelito looking like, yep, he's got a good move there, but this is uncharacteristic. We see that Adelito's virus is buried there in the center of the board.
Yeah, well, if he can clear that out horizontally, he'll have it all set up on the right-hand side, and he's got it. But now he's got to worry about everything being in one column on the far left-hand side. Very fortunate double blue.
Oh, man.
It is going to be close.
Oh.
Adelito and Swang just waiting to get the right pills.
Wow. Oh.
Oh, and Adelito takes it by a couple of seconds.
Wow, it really did come down just to that very last couple of pills. GG's. Starting us off right.
That was a tale of two end games, and Adelito was only a little better than Swang's. That double blue pill was huge.
Whew. How about that, folks? All right. Now we are going to be on to game 2. Swang smiling, of course. Always energetic, always down for more play. And we are definitely excited to see more of that. So let's keep it turned up.
Swang always brings good energy. I love it.
I agree. Yep, and usually we do check when players are within 2 seconds of each other. Our lovely restreamer, the Dave, just goes back a little bit, makes sure all the timers were set appropriately, double checks those last little frames, and there we go. The ruling stands. Adelito has won game 1.
On him for making sure that we're getting it right.
And 3, 2, 1, pills. Right. Starting up this board, Adelito's got a nice diverse top line, has a little bit of use for every possible pill that's there. Love to see that for a start.
Mm-hmm. Interesting to see how he's going to attack the middle of his board now that the L clear isn't quite in his plans. But he's got a double horizontal setup, and it looks like he might. Okay, he's got the double horizontal. Okay, yeah, he was just going to drop those blue fragments because they weren't precisely the pill that he needed at that time.
Yeah, exactly. I was kind of curious about some of those setups, wondering, something else seems easier, but nope. Of course, he's got the plans. Now, over on the right-hand side, Swang down to 35 viruses in a little bit of a lead, has no pill halves on his board right now, relatively speaking, so he's in the beginning of his plans. Notice, there we go, nice combo there. Wonder if he's gonna go for this blue horizontal. It looks like that would be the easy play. He is working on it.
Waiting for this pill right here, the red-blue, to trigger it, and using everything else just to build the combo more and more.
Yeah, now if he gets a red-yellow, he's going to be in the money there for that combo. And there he gets it, drops it down. Nicely done. Ahead by 2.
Now he's going to start setting up the fat log and get the fat log right away.
Yeah, we love our fat log, that double horizontal at the bottom of the board. Now, let's see, we've got Adelito clearing out some garbage. He's got a lot of good moves. This horizontal blue drops down onto a triple of verticals. Goodness gracious.
Adelito going for that T clear.
There he goes. He gets it. Out at a 158.
That is an awesome time for 14.
I know. Goodness. And okay, so Swang making plans for both horizontal and vertical with that last yellow, gets it vertically after placing on top of that red, out at about a 212. Meanwhile, Adelito, very nice combo there with all those yellows, but now very little use for yellow on his board.
Let's see. Yeah, he's gonna get the L clear into the double drop clear.
All right.
Adelito's left side of his board. He's getting an opportunity to attack it now, at least. So it's not going to be a big problem for him later.
And he got just a tiny bit of a red-blue blitz that was just the perfect amount of time spent with that pill. Now he's got a big horizontal opportunity with those reds in the center of the board. Actually, he's going to make it into a cross if he drops this yellow down, which he's going to. Beautiful move. Now, the beginning of Swang's board, he's still stuck in this beginning, and it looks like just a lot of red and blue. And just there's garbage on top that's not looking well placed. Difficult, but he's opening it up.
That's probably the toughest thing to face as a Dr. Mario player is when you get a top line that has a particular color that there's just nothing to work with. And then as soon as the level starts, you're getting bombarded with that particular color.
Oh, it's a terrible feeling.
It is a terrible feeling, and it does feel pretty nice when you finally break out.
Right, and that is exactly what Swang has done right now. But look at this, Adelito's so close to the end of this level 15, gets just the right stuff, prioritizes the blue and then the red. Really nicely done.
Adelito's on a rampage right now.
I know, goodness. Interesting, he looked like he was setting up Swang is setting up this yellow tea, very sweet tea there. Leaves a little bit of garbage. There's just so much blue now here.
Adelito triggers his horizontal, cutting the bridge to get a couple more virus clears just beneath it. Nice little horizontal drop combo, and everything is just super neat and tidy.
And Swang had that giant cross clear that dropped down into basically clearing out most of his column 8. Really amazing foresight. That's exactly what we were all hoping for from this match. But wow, Adelito is just tearing through this game.
What he does.
I know.
It's interesting. If he decided to use that blue-yellow to just do the drop clear and clear out the yellow fragments on column 6, he could have had a sweet tea, but he decided to make another play and just minimize drop time.
Now, Swang getting that blue-yellow at just the right time there and gets a great L to clear out that red and blue. So now he just needs a couple more blues and he'll be out. But man, Adelito down to his last 16 viruses. Let's hope for a double blue for Adelito, and he gets it. Commentators, bless you. What up?
Yep. Looks like he might be setting up for a fat log with those bottom 2 viruses on column 6 in the long run. That red yellow might suggest otherwise. Decides to just take what it gives him.
Yeah, he's going to use that for garbage there. He's going to tuck in between on column 6. There we go. And yeah, now I think he might try to take the fat log with those 2 on the left, but this double blue gives him a more straightforward path with taking vertically. Now Swang into just starting out on this level 16 as Adelito is leaving it with like a 630. Wow.
And Adelito is tearing it up right now. This blue fragment on column 8 might give him a little bit of a tricky situation. These yellow blues are really not what he needs right now. But that double red is definitely what he needs to cut down column 8.
Yeah. And meanwhile, Swang's a little bit spired up there on column 1. He does take some drop time and bring that down. And so really, it's just because that was the only red that was exposed, and he got that double red at just the right time.
Interesting to see how Adelito is deciding to attack this board. Looks like maybe a little bit of hesitation there, but got the horizontal clear. and now his board actually is starting to look much neater than it did when he first started.
Yeah, this looks more like an Adelito board. And notice he's got that great L, drops down everything so that there's no garbage whatsoever. Of course, now red isn't the thing that he really needs, so he's setting up garbage clears in the center there. That is just hard to maneuver around. I'm glad he took that out.
It takes a lot. You got to be absolutely sure that
Yeah.
you can nail that clear.
Yeah, that
'Cause
that had my heart racing.
Because if he didn't make that clear, this game would be a whole lot closer right now.
Can you imagine? Wow. Nice horizontal there from Adelito as swung into his level 17. I am really hoping for a lot of red for Swang at the moment. He gets a little bit, so that gives him some reprieve here in the center of the board, and this nice blue horizontal going to be excellent here, but he does block off that yellow in column 2.
I can sort of see why he did it. I think he was just trying to keep his stack as manageable as possible and prevent all chances of a top out. Unfortunately, sometimes when you put garbage off to the side like that, those columns can become treacherous if you don't get the right pill in time. And that incremental speed increase in Dr. Mario can really catch you on the later levels if you
Yeah.
don't clear it out quick.
Definitely. And Adelito just really going haywire here. Notice just 4 viruses left, and those blues are in a double, so they're going to come really quickly. And wow, doesn't have to take... Whoop, I think maybe he would have tucked that under, but then he saw the next one coming. Wow. Was that a 9-18?
Looks like it. That's got to be.
Yeah, he's tying himself for number 8 on the leaderboard. The last time he set a 9-18 was last month. So, pretty consistent.
So I'm going to keep right on going. And maybe now that he knows that Adelito's already out, maybe he just wants to get a little fancy.
You know, I mean, if it were me and 10 minutes ticked by, I would kind of just assume that something had glitched out on my computer and that Adelito had already won.
Right. That's a fair assumption to make.
It really is, I think. All right, but Adelito is setting up for a good horizontal here. Thought maybe he was going for a much longer range one, but yeah, the red wasn't really showing up for him.
That blue virus in column 7. Okay, it looks like he's now looking at the writing on the wall once more, and now he's just going to top out and move on to game 3.
Well, you did mention that there was a reverse sweep by Adelito in one of their meetings.
Yes.
Could we have the potential to have a little bit of Swang revenge? He thinks so.
We shall see.
All right. Swang's ready. Adelito's ready. 3, 2, 1. Pills.
All right, let's see who's out the gate first. Looks like it's going to be Adelito with a very little access to blue early on, and that's just perfectly fine because he's not getting any blue pills until just now as soon as he exposes them.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome, you know, just
all according to plan.
RNG very much cooperated with him there, and look at that, he was able to take some good horizontals off the board just in time for basically everything to be red-yellow again. Swang's got this interesting sloping board here, a lot of red, and he made a nice last-second adjustment to make the red easier to advance.
The big problem with Swang's board right now is that he has to deal with the columns 4 through 8 have no yellow viruses on the top line. He has that one yellow fragment going on, so he can manufacture that. Okay, very nice. unfortunately, that leaves a layer of garbage on,
Right.
and now it's all red on the top.
Yeah, and that's, because there's still plenty of red on the board, that's not the color of garbage you want to see. But let's see, Adelito working on a fat log here, gets it with the red blue there on the left-hand side of the board. Has a nice shape in column 1. He's tucking in between these blue yellows, using them very conveniently.
Swong's got a spire in column 6, and he's shaking his head a little bit because I think he's pretty well aware of that right now. That horizontal clear is going to drop everything down and make everything a lot more manageable for him on columns 7 and 8. But he's still got some problems going on in column 6.
Yeah, I don't know. It looks like he's under clearing and building a base for horizontals. Adelito out at about a 149, and this board has some great double potential. He already rips a double vertical off of the board. So looking very good. Just a use for
Good play
everything
by
will be.
Swong there to
Yeah,
undertuck and get rid of the rest in column 6.
very nice.
Just a little over 2 minutes for level 14 is still a fantastic time, particularly considering what he went through. And he's got a fat log set up right now, and here it comes.
Yay! And what's on top was perfectly placed, those red yellows. Excellently done. Adelito, about 14 viruses ahead, working on this shape on the center of the board, takes out that horizontal. Now I'm wondering.
Oh, nice
Yeah,
tuck here into a double drop clear.
Wow. This is excellent.
And then here's another T into a drop combo.
Swong, fantastic with the combo work there, as we would expect. Nice combo from Adelito. Now is going to be working through a lot of red. And you see also Swong managing to create, as he loves to say, turning garbage into gold, making setups with that.
I was wondering for a moment if he was attacking column 6 by setting up for that red horizontal. And I wondered if he wanted to hang on to those yellow fragments on top of the blue fragments just to get another little something out of that big drop combo he just got.
Yeah. Adelito's got an interesting shape. Doesn't really look at the moment like he's going to be de-sandwiching this. It would take a lot of work with that yellow and blue, but now he is free and clear.
Let's go.
Oh, so good. Adelito signaling he is going horizontal. He does get the red blue he needs. He's out at a 356.
Good lord. Adelito's just doing Adelito things right now. There's no other way to put it.
Yeah, I cannot really imagine being up against these times. I think it would look like I was playing backwards or something. Let's see. Adelito looking for a T in the center. Nice combo by Swong to clear out a lot. He does have some garbage there in column 3, but it looks like he's working on a horizontal, and that's going to be the faster play.
I'm looking at Adelito's board right now for 16, and it looks wonderful.
Oh, yes, look at that. He is going to have to take some drop time on that left, but this looks so good.
There's so many double opportunities. If he gets a double blue, he's going to... Okay. It looks like he decided to just chop it down, and of course, there's the double blue we just mentioned. But now he's in another window where a double blue would be great, and here it is.
There he goes. I mean, the thing is, like, bad RNG doesn't really look like it's much of a thing for Adelito, as we've talked about. He has great plans, but Swong had a great plan of his own there, taking out a really nice combo there on the right-hand side of the board with blue and red. But not a lot of use for blue on his board at the moment, and he has 39 viruses back.
I mean, I think any player would be 39 viruses back when you are just deleting levels the way Adelito is right now.
You know, maybe Adelito will forget what level he's on. I don't know. It could happen.
Yeah, but that could also go both ways. He could also go through 18 and still get sub 10.
Yeah, that is true.
Look at this fat log.
Wow, drop fat log with all of the same color
He's going to be out in under 6 minutes. This is insane.
All right, folks, you saw it here first.
Blink and you miss it, guys.
And
Get the
Adelito chugging through
yellow
this.
run. Oh, look at this. T clear. No problem. Easy.
Right.
He's just
Swung,
making it look
beautiful
so
combo
easy.
on the right hand
Now
side.
he's got a
board.
fat log set up, waiting for that red yellow.
Yeah, he's gonna be so patient
Here
for
it
it.
is.
He gets it. Man.
Also set up for this nice little horizontal clear. I
Swung
wonder
with
what
a
he's got going on the left side of his board right now. He's got to have something planned because he always has something planned.
Swung's got a great plan. He's going to be working on taking out these yellows horizontally in the center of the
Okay,
board.
there we go.
Once Swung does take them out, that blue will fall. So he just needs 2 pills and he's got it. Oh, but he did kill it with a fat log. So he needed 1 more blue pill half. He's out at about a 705.
A little interesting to see what's going on with Adelito's board right now. It's like he's been layering these horizontal clears, and when you start doing that, it can get pretty confusing. But Adelito is one of the brightest players we got. Nice T clear, setting up the horizontal drop combo. And look at this. He can hit that red horizontal right there, and it's going to drop right into another combo.
And Swung about 30 viruses back. Something pretty big would have to happen in order for him to be able to take this last game. I mean, this is, you saw Swung just now. He's an amazing player. I think he had a misdrop there that he could turn into a horizontal with those blues, even though the blues in column 8 would really like to be taken out together in that
Very
pair.
nice, Wong. Very nice.
Yeah. Look at this. Adelito just needs some yellow and red.
He's waiting for it.
Yeah, building up so there's
the
no drop
clear.
time. Yep.
And it's just about over, and here it is.
Yeah, what is that? 827?
It's 827 or 829.
Yep,
It's amazing is what it is.
That is the second fastest time. Adelito now holds the 3 fastest times. And
wow.
that is kind of how we thought these finals could go with these players setting really hot times. And that's the thing. Swung has 24 viruses left to go. He's only at 9 minutes. So this is a perfectly awesome pace for Swung.
Let's see how Swung finishes this out. He's got a nice horizontal play at the bottom of his board, and he has the luxury of just setting that off whenever he needs to. He doesn't have a lot of access to blues right now, and everything's kind of bunched up in column 8.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so much yellow.
Yeah, this is going to give him an opportunity to attack that, however, but the top line is pretty much exclusively yellow right now.
Yeah, and you saw him throwing away that red-blue because using a red-blue would cause some problems with column 6. Yeah, he wants that. He gets the blue-yellow. Doesn't put it where I thought he was going to, actually, but now he does. There we go. Sets that up. Gets the horizontal at the bottom.
It's not going to be a sub 10, but it's going to be a great run regardless. 10:06.
Well, GG's to both players, and Adelito, congratulations on your awesome run here. Now, everyone, mark your calendars for next month, because Adelito is getting married. He will not be playing, and it's anybody's game, folks. So please get those qualifiers in. Tacky, do you have anything to say about this match? Anything to say to the viewers?
Well, you just saw 2 guys who were pretty much at the top of their game. Adelito clearing these levels in 2 minutes is just phenomenal to watch, and that's a big reason why he has both 0 through 10 and 0 through 20 world records right now. And Swang, when he is at the top of his game, he is pretty much impossible to stop. He is just so quick and precise and very creative.
That is so true. And definitely give these players a follow, give all these players a follow. And let's talk about some events that are coming up next week. You'll be able to see on Saturday at 2 Pacific, 5 Eastern, you'll be able to see our silver bracket. You'll see the players that placed outside of the gold bracket. And we've got some exciting players there. We've got Madtown, Sergeant Saros, Crunchy C, and Ramsey Fox. So that'll be really great. And today is the very last day that you can sign up to be in our Virus Busters versus League. So the league will play starting in May, I think going until June. And we had the finals of that on the channel a little bit ago, and it was really fun. So if you're interested in versus, please sign up for that. Go to our Discord. So everyone, thank you so much for watching us. Thank you to my fellow commentators, and thank you to the Dave, of course, for navigating that technical hiccup, and of course, Ook the librarian. What a hero. And please join us next week. And until we see you again, take your vitamins.
Yep. Take care, be awesome to each other, and enjoy the rest of your weekend.